Hello, Hearts and Essex students and staff. It's Miss Patel. I hope you are all keeping well. Back in the autumn term, I shared my views on elephants in captivity and was blown away by the positive response. It was so lovely to speak to lots of you after that week. The last few months have definitely felt like a roller coaster, and we have all been impacted in different ways by the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm looking forward to the school reopening in September, but I also couldn't wait to update you on what's been happening to the elephants in Thailand during lockdown. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. Here is a very quick reminder to show where Thailand is situated. It's located in Southeast Asia, about 5,800 miles from the UK. Due to the lockdown, there have been no tourists in Thailand, and therefore there has been no demand for activities such as elephant riding, going to the circus, and seeing the elephants paint. Some elephants have remained chained up and are enduring more suffering. Remember, in my previous assembly, elephants are gregarious or sociable by nature, like us, and isolation is not healthy for them. There is also a huge misconception when elephants swing their trunks from side to side. It's not about being excited to see tourists, it's a sign of distress. This will definitely have increased during the lockdown period for those elephants who remain chained up. Unfortunately, the Thai law does not offer much protection for working elephants, which I think is a huge shame, given that this majestic creature is the national animal of the country. Some elephant owners, such as Uncle Eddie, who features in the BBC video, are concerned that without any income, they might have to sell the elephants to logging businesses in Myanmar. When I saw this video, my first thought was I have to write to the Save Elephant Foundation. However, having had a look at that Instagram page, I can see that a lot has been taking place already to prevent this from happening. On the other hand, as the name of this video clip suggests, other owners have undertaken a great migration with their elephants to go back to their villages where they stand a better chance of growing food. This is no easy task, however, as elephants spend between 16 and 18 hours every day eating and eat around 300 kilograms. I would definitely encourage you to take a look at the video, either pausing now or coming back to it at the end of the assembly. It's about 5 minutes long, and you can see a group of elephant keepers making their way back to the mountains. I will post the link to the video in the description below. The group of elephant keepers in the BBC video travelled back to the province of Chiang Mai. Here's another reminder to show that it's located in northern Thailand. You'll remember Lek from my first assembly. She has dedicated her life to rescuing elephants from the tourism and logging industry. She also features in the BBC video and has helped to fund the journey back to Chiang Mai for that particular group of elephant keepers. Thailand's economy relies heavily on tourism. Emerging and developing countries like Thailand tend to rely on tourism for their economy more than advanced countries such as the UK. At GCSE and A-level, we talk about it accounting for a larger percentage of their GDP. GDP stands for Gross Domestic Product. Lek is using the lockdown period as a time to do the following. Firstly, to raise money through donations from all over the world to support mahouts who have taken their elephants back to their village. Remember, a mahout is the keeper or driver of an elephant. Secondly, the donations are also for the sanctuaries. We know they are so much more ethical, but they too have been struggling without income from tourists during lockdown. Lastly, Lek is using this time to speak with owners of riding camps and encourage them to reopen his sanctuaries once tourists are able to come back to Thailand. This could be a huge positive to come out of the lockdown period for the elephants. Since my previous assembly, you are all now aware of the awful behind the scenes that goes on for elephants to be deemed safe around humans. You may find the next photo upsetting. Remember the crush box and the bull hook used to break the spirit of the baby elephant immediately after it's taken away from its mother. I am hopeful that a lot of good may come out of the lockdown period from reading about Lek's work so far with owners of riding camps, and I have a success story to share with you. There is a well-known elephant camp called Chok Chai, famous for its rides and shows. Lek has met with the owner a few times during COVID-19, and after some months of discussions, he has agreed to change his business from elephant riding and switch to the ethical elephant model. He is now sending his mahouts and staff to learn and train at the Elephant Foundation. It's not possible to change immediately from one model to another. This month, the camp will start to take the elephants for walks and swims to observe their behaviour under new and chain-free circumstances. Staff can monitor this carefully during COVID before the tourists are able to return. This story is on the Instagram account Save Elephant Foundation, and there are some other great accounts if you're interested, or alternatively, you can visit their website. Here is the Instagram account and website for Elephant Nature Park. This is the sanctuary my sister and I visited almost 2 summers ago now, and it's not too far from the city of Chiang Mai. Finally, here is Lek's Instagram account and another reference to the Save Elephant Foundation website if that's easier for you to access. And you know now that I am a big advocate and fan of Lek's work. We're almost at the end of the elephants update, but I have one more positive story to share with you about an elephant who came to be known as Pakistan's loneliest elephant. This is Kavan, a 33-year-old elephant who arrived from Sri Lanka to Pakistan as a 1-year-old, as a gift. Cher, the famous pop singer, has been campaigning for the last 4 years to win Kavan's freedom. Towards the end of this May, the court declared that Kavan should be freed from a zoo in Pakistan's capital, and there are now discussions taking place with wildlife officials in Sri Lanka to find a suitable sanctuary for this elephant. The aim of my first assembly was to shine a light on an issue that I am passionate about. Shortly after this, plans for an elephant action group also came together. We've only had one meeting, and it would be great to start this up again in September. But ideally, I would like it to have leadership from 1 or 2 students. I think it would be great for students to come together and think about the actions that could be taken in our local community to raise awareness around this issue. If this is something you think you would be interested in, then please do email me and we can work on putting something together into place. Finally, from me, here is a reminder of the short film Love and Bananas, which I was really fortunate to go and view a screening of and meet Lek herself. I thought it was available on Netflix, but this is the American version only at the moment. It is, however, available for a small price to rent on various platforms such as YouTube and Amazon. If you are able to watch it, I would really like to know what you thought of it, so please do get in touch. Thank you so much for listening to my update on elephants in the time of coronavirus. Stay safe, stay positive, and have a really lovely summer, everyone. I look forward to seeing you all in September.